advantages that the Marini mast attachments have compared to other equipment that's out there in the market.
All the Marini attachments are made out of steel, so we don't treat aluminum masts. So as you can see here, we have a steel mast with an internal feed cylinder. We have the drifter, the MA500/2ID, where, as you can see here, we have the double threaded system, R51 left hand box and a C90 right hand male. And we can use this striker bar for hollow bars with internal thread and a conversion from the C90 to the API 2.5, 2.38 or 3.5. We have the side shift, which is a really nice feature especially when you're drilling anchors. We control from the remote control the air and the water separately.
Yep.
On the airline, we also have the lubricator, inline lubricator. And then when we move on the upper side of the mast, we can see the energy chain. So where all the hoses,
just loose hoses.
Loose hoses, exactly,
yeah.
Or different roll up.
So it makes it a much tighter,
more compact,
and
easier to maintenance.
Well.
Exactly, easier to maintain. You can see all the hoses are actually protected from the dedicated plastic cover.
Yep.
And then on the top of the mast, we have another nice feature, the hydraulic winch. The hydraulic winch right here is 500 kilograms capacity. Yep. We can remove the two little bolts here on the side of the jib, and the jib can swing left to right. So it's a really nice and cool feature to have.
Can you talk a little bit more about the mast structure, because that's really important. So obviously steel mast. You've also mentioned in one of our previous discussions about the full thickness steel mast structure rather than a hollow mast inside.
Yeah, correct. So the full style mast, no hollow, is actually made supposedly for longer life. So we don't have to deal with concrete, especially in the hollow bars application. We don't have to deal with concrete getting inside in the mast and wearing out parts, components, pulleys, bearings. So that's definitely an advantage.
Absolutely.
In terms of structure, in terms of material, definitely the steel gives, of course,
it's a heavier structure.
Heavier structure, correct. Plus, it gives longer life to the entire mast. The system that we use, for example, here for guiding this sled, you can see here is actually nylon pads on the side with adjustable screws, so you can adjust the pads depending, of course, on the wearing. And also the counter slide, the mast itself, the counter slide system is made is holded by these plates here, also adjustable.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Let's talk a little bit on the kinematic.
Yeah. Let's talk about the kinematics. Yeah. Cool.
Another cool, great feature of our mast attachments.
Yeah.
We have the capability to offer a double turntable system. So that means we can change the angle in both directions from vertical. So the vertical turntable can rotate plus minus 180 degrees. So
yeah.
We can go through, we can work inside tunnels, we can work in any angle. Plus the second turntable actually allows you to move the mast side to side compared to the excavator boom of plus and minus 90 degrees. On top of that, we also have the options to offer basically an independent mast inclination system, which is actually positioned here, which allows you to incline the mast of plus minus 20 degrees. That also is another option that we offer, and which is a really good feature because you can change the mast inclination with the remote control, so being more accurate compared to what you can do with an excavator.
With the excavator, yeah, that's fantastic.
So Marini carry 10 different types of mast attachments. This is because we're trying to fit for every excavator for any type of application, drilling application, and with a dedicated mast attachment. On top of that, from the MRA 80, 100 and 120 that we have here, we have the MRA 300
Yeah.
250, 500, 800. From the 250 above, we actually have a different mass structure compared to, for example, the MRA 120 that we have just seen. The structure of the larger units is actually rectangular, and it can be also modular, which is another good feature, especially if you're going to limited access or whatever, quite high restriction job sites. So that's another great feature.
Okay, thank you very much.